Good day, my name is Noxolo and I'm here with
Elam.
Welcome to our podcast today. In today's podcast, we're going to discuss the themes of ambition and power rhetoric in the play of Julius Caesar, written by William Shakespeare.
We have chosen these themes because they seem to link with characters, for instance, Julius Caesar, Brutus, and Cassius.
So, how do you think Caesar's ambition is shown in the play?
The theme of ambition is a dominant force in the play Julius Caesar. The theme of ambition is a dominant force in Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar's ambition is a central theme in the play. His desire for power and glory is evident in Act 2, Scene 2, whereby he was willing to cross the Rubicon River with his legions. In Act 3, Scene 1, whereby Caesar accepts the crown, shows his position as a leader, highlighting his ambition for power. Can you please explain what is the power of rhetoric as a theme and how is it shown in the play?
The power of rhetoric is the influence a person has to convince other people. So in the play, it is evident in Act 1, Scene 2 that Cassius had to persuade or had to convince Brutus to be part of the gang or part of the conspiracy against Caesar. So he used flattery and used honor as ironically to convince Brutus on to join the conspiracy. How Brutus uses flattery is evident in the play when he said, "We petty men walk under his huge legs and peep about." He meant that they are always after Caesar. So he used that to get Brutus to break his ego, that they are more after Caesar than they don't stand up for themselves. So he used that to break Brutus's ego so that Brutus can be convinced to join their conspiracy. While we are on Brutus, how does the play show Brutus's ambition?
In Act 1, Scene 2, we get to see Brutus's ambition when he's having a conversation with Cassius. When Brutus and Cassius were having a conversation, Cassius expressed his concerns about Caesar's growing power, meaning he was not happy that Caesar was gaining power because the people of Rome loved him. We also get to see Brutus's ambition in Act 2, Scene 1, whereby it's more like he was weighing pros and cons, meaning the negatives and positives of joining the conspiracy against the killing of Caesar. It also shows his ambition for honor and duty. How does the power of rhetoric apply in the justification of Brutus killing Caesar?
Okay, so the power of rhetoric, Caesar was killed because Brutus was asked to join the conspiracy by Cassius. And after that, Brutus justifies his killing because he said that he loved the people of Rome more, not that he loved Caesar less. That shows that his justification shows that he didn't mean to kill Caesar because he wanted to, but he killed Caesar because he loved the people of Rome. More like he did that for the people of Rome because his fear was that Caesar will overuse his power and that will destroy Rome. So he did it because of the Roman people. And in his speech, Brutus was so calm and he didn't show any emotional feelings that he killed Caesar. He was not emotional about it. That shows that not that he was remorseful of killing Caesar, but he thought that killing Caesar was necessary for the Roman people.
To To add on what you have said, I agree with you because Brutus did betray Caesar, but Caesar loved Brutus.
As we know that Cassius was the one who was busy with the conspiracy against Caesar, how does his ambition shows in the play?
In Act 1, Scene 3, when Caesar has a conversation with Brutus, whereby he manipulates the fears of Brutus and tries to change the way he thinks about Caesar, shows his ambition for power and revenge. Okay. We also get to see Cassius' ambition in Act 3, Scene 1, whereby he became jealous of Caesar growing power.
And I think that shows because he defeated Pompey, Caesar defeated Pompey, and I think Cassius was also jealous of that.
So Caesar was more like he was jealous of Caesar's success.
And he was very ambitious about it.
And like Caesar, we all know Caesar was popular at that time. It shows his self-ambition. Also in Act 4, Scene 3, we get to see Caesar was arguing with Brutus, whereby he prioritized his own interests over the shared goal.
Yeah, and I think the goal was that he was doing this for the people of Rome, which Brutus was doing this for the people of Rome, to free them from Brutus's power, because I think he feared that if Caesar had power, he will exploit the Roman people, and Cassius did that because he was jealous.
When Caesar over prioritized his own interests, it shows his ambition for a personal gain. I can say Caesar's actions did catch up on him, because at the end of the play he was killed by one of his soldiers. So okay, how do we link the power of rhetoric with Mark Antony's speech?
Well, Mark Antony's speech at the funeral of Caesar, he made sure that he uses irony to get the people to turn against Caesar and Brutus. He used words like, he said, but Brutus says he's an honorable man, repeatedly. So that shows that he was flattering, to turn the people of Rome against Brutus and Caesar, to turn their minds that they didn't do the murdering of Caesar because they loved them, but they did it for their own gain. So he wanted the people of Rome to turn their backs on Brutus and Cassius. And Mark Antony loved Caesar more like he loved his brother, and he was really hurt about the death of Caesar. And it shows in the play that he still praised Caesar using the words like, oh, the great Caesar. Even if Caesar was dead, that means that he was honorable, and he still considers Caesar powerful even though he was dead.
Also, we get to see when Mark Antony presented the cloth that had Caesar's blood, that made the people of Rome angry, because they did not understand why Caesar was killed.
Yes. So since we have discussed the themes in the play, how do you view this play after we have discussed it? What are your views on this play?
Okay, my views based on this play, Caesar was the main victim of his success because they killed Caesar.
I think they killed him because he was powerful, but at the end of the day he didn't show that what his power would do to the people of Rome. I think they killed him based on their assumptions. They assumed that Caesar will use his power, he'll overuse his power, and that what I think depicts that Caesar was killed by his own success, because he was successful but he didn't get to